Okay. So now what are we doing over here is you just graph it. So go to graph.
Yeah.
Go to graph. Correct? Graph the two equations. So you did minus half. So 0.5 x square. Correct? Plus 2.
Yeah.
Graph the other one. 0.5
Same thing except without the minus.
x square minus 2. No, it's not the same thing. There's a sign is
Sorry,
different.
minus 2.
Correct? View window standard. So this is the graph you got.
Correct.
Now G solve, you can get the intersection first. So where do they intersect? At minus 2?
Negative 0 and 2 0.
Negative x values we are looking at. Your limits are from x. Negative 2 and 2. Now you go to G solve. You go to integral. Go to integral. Go to intersect. Look at what I'm doing. Intersect. Correct? You enter. Then go right. Enter. So that's your area. But they wanted to write the expression. Now you need to know in the expression which is the upper curve and which is the lower curve.
Red is upper, blue is low.
Red is upper. Red is not upper. Blue is upper. No, in the bounded region. In the bounded region.
Red is low.
So blue is upper. So blue is upper. So this is upper. So what you have to do is, so the area is equal to what will you do? Integral. What's my lower?
Integral of the expression.
Lower is blue. Upper is blue.
So half x square minus 2 is your lower.
And lower is
Okay, half x square minus 2.
minus this is upper. Correct?
Correct. Minus, so upper minus lower.
And what are the limits of integration? Limits are your minus 2 2.
Oh, okay. So you're making it a
Correct?
definite
And this is equal to 10.7. Yeah. So the area between the curves is a definite integral.
Sorry, where do you
The limits are your points of intersection. Limits are your point of intersection.
Okay.
Upper curve minus lower curve, and you get the area.
So your dx equal to the area.
So that means if you see the intersection is in the second one, yeah, this is 0 to 1. Which is the upper one? Root x?
Root x, and the lower one is x square.
X square. And then you can find it out. Yes? Okay. So what will you do in these cases? If you're doing it by hand, so there's x raised to 3 by 2.
Correct.
3 by 2. Yeah. Minus x cube over 3. Correct? Yeah. You put a box bracket 1 0. 0 1. Correct? Yeah. Then you substitute. This is what? 2 over 3. Minus 1 over 3. I put my x as 1.
Okay. Yeah.
Minus 0 minus 0. Correct? You put x as 0. Both are 0. And then so this will be 1/3 basically. 2/3 minus 1/3 is 1/3. That's your answer. So you first graph these two. Now what you need to do is you have to just do you know that cube is above. Yeah. Now you go to G solve. You go to integral. Correct? Now you have to find the integral from minus 2. In your thing it is there. From minus 2 to plus 2. Directly put in, yeah. So G solve. Because there's no other intersection, no?
You should do intersection. G solve integral. Instead of taking intersect after that, you could integral again.
Yeah, integral. But now my calculator is asking me to select. Okay, which one you want? Okay, so then what you do is I'll tell you. You got the upper and lower. So now what you can do is rather than doing this, you can just type this in your run matrix. So your lower is minus 2 to 2, upper limit, upper function minus the lower function dx. Now in the graphic part you can't get this. So what you do is you go to run mode, menu. You go to run matrix.
Yeah.
You go to run matrix. What will you do with this run matrix?
You plug in negative
integral.
Oh no. Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah, you just put in the integral, and you type in this entire thing. Because that calculator may, it gives you between intersection or between the x-axis only. 2x minus 4. And this is minus 2, 2. 16. So the answer is 16. That's it. Are you following that? Because they've given you the points.
Yeah.
And the other area is open. Because if you look at the graph, there's no intersection.
Got it.
So you're absolutely right. To find out the x-intercept, you put y equals 0. Right, so this is without calculator. So I'm hiding the calculator now. Looks neater. Remove x square common.
I don't know if
Correct? This is x minus 1, x plus 1. So x square is equal to 0, or x minus 1 is equal to 0, or x plus 1 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 0, or x is equal to 1, or x is equal to minus 1.
I don't know what I'm doing.
So to find out the derivative, so that's your 4x cubed minus 2x. Yeah? Correct. Factorize and do this. So that's your max and min. So find the coordinates of the max and min.
Are they asked all the coordinates?
Coordinates.
To figure out.
Figure it out.
Which is the
No, you
max
cannot
and
figure
min.
out.
Right?
You substitute. No, you'll come to know.
No, you do that thing. Right?
Array, nothing you have to do.
That's
Array, but you're finding the coordinates. 4x cube and this is 2x.
Plus x over here is 0.
Then
X is find the y coordinate.
and you will come to know which is high, which is low. You won't finish the sum otherwise. You can do all that if you want. So what are the answers you got? You got x is 0 also, no?
X 0, y 0.
Correct, x is equal to 0.
And you plug in half.
2x square minus 1 is equal to 0.
2.
X square is equal to, so x is equal to plus or minus 1 over root 2.
Yeah, but I'm saying the y values of that.
Now what do you do? Hence find the coordinates of the minimum, maximum. So y values, yeah. Coordinates means you have to find x and y both. So you put in the original function.
Only original, not the f dash x.
If you put in f dash x, you will get 0. No? We got this by solving this. No? So if you put this back in that equation, you will obviously get 0. Because that's obtained from that.
But again, anyways, put this with 0 again. 0, 0. And for this.
Yeah, so when your x is 0, your f of 0 is 0. Correct?
Yeah,
so 0, 0 is
half raised to 4.
So x is equal to 1 over root 2. Correct?
Why do you want 1 over root 2? I didn't get that.
You didn't get 1 over root 2, yeah? That's your 1 over root 2, no? The root of 1 is 1. No, root of 1 is 1. Root of 2 is root 2. So f of 1 over root 2 is equal to
1 over
root 2 raised to 4 minus
1 over root 2
square. So what is the raised to 4? 1 and 2 raised to 4.
So 1 over 4.
So 2 raised to half and 4. So 2 square, 1 over 4, correct. Minus half.
Yeah. So that is
minus 1 4.
1.
X is equal to minus 1 over root 2.
Comma.
F of minus 1 over root 2. That's minus 1 over root 2 raised to 4 minus 1 over root 2 square. So that would be what? 1 over 4.
1 over 4.
Correct? That's also minus 1 over 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Both are coming the same.
So it's fine.
So how do you know the max and min? Then you'll have to draw the sign diagram.
That's not saying. But I didn't know that I would actually do it. I would just expect you to.
No, 1 second. Are we making a mistake? This is what 4x cubed, no?
Yeah.
And now x raised to 4, 4x cubed, 2x square minus 1. No, your answers are right. X is equal to 0 plus 1 over root 2. So even means they'll become positive, yeah. Okay. So what is happening in this case is, okay, I can visualize it. So your graph is coming So which is max and min? You'll have to draw the sign diagram for this. I thought I'll get it from
Otherwise,
there.
if it wasn't the
So if
same,
you're
how
drawing
would
the
you
sign
figure it out?
diagram,
How would you figure it out otherwise? If it was the same, if it was different. You can see
the higher y value will be yours, no?
Yeah, it will go by based on y.
Yeah. So we have minus 1 over root 2. We have 0 and we have 1 over root 2. Now we do the sign diagram.
Plug it into f dash.
Now I know the graph because now I realize okay, what is happening is I'll tell you what the graph
You
is.
plug it into f dash x, right?
Yeah, at f dash x.
Earlier, to get the y value, plug it into the original.
So this is like this. This is how your graph will be. So when you draw your sign diagram, you'll end up getting this is going down. So negative, positive, correct?
Yeah.
Positive, negative, positive. If you do the maths.
Yeah.
This is the graph you'll get. Because because minus 1/4, here also we can figure out minus 1/4 and there's 0. 0 is higher than minus 1/4, no? So both these are minus 1/4. So this is your minus 1 over root 2 and this is your 1 over root 2.
Down to the same level. So
And
the
it
same
comes
level
up,
goes up.
So this is your max. Your min is this 1 over root 2 comma minus 1 over 4 minus 1 over root 2 comma minus 1 over 4. Yeah, as you correctly said, C1 is sketch. Now C2 you sketch on the same axis.
Sketch a graph of gx is equal to 1 minus
So now I'm plotting gx as 1. Yeah, on the same axis. So what will happen? So 1 minus x square will come like this. Correct?
How do you know that? How do you know that?
See, first of all, how do you find the x-intercept?
Put y 0.
Put y as 0.
0.
So plus 1 minus 1.
Yeah.
So it will intersect here only basically.
Right. Okay.
So it will come like, and this is 1.
Oh, no, it's parabola because it's obviously.
Correct? This is 1. And find the region.
How do you know it's a frown though?
The leading coefficient of x square is negative, therefore it's a frown.
Okay.
I mean, that's something very basic you've done in lower classes. No?
Yeah, I know, but they usually put in the front. Like negative x.
It doesn't matter. How does it matter whether you write this as 1 minus or minus x square plus 1? It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. Correct? So what is the area be? Area of the region? So area of this region you want.
So your boundaries are -1 and 1.
Yeah.
Right? So if you want an expression, right? So you write area is equal to integral -1 1. Then you write so the upper boundary is the green one.
-1 1.
Gx, right? So
that's 1 minus x square minus x square minus x4 x4 minus x square dx.
And you can't use GDC, right?
Find the area. This without the whole sum is without calculator. The exam style question without calculator.
This we done last time to find the area. It's the.
So now what will you do?
Where the thing cuts the x-axis or something. Right?
Now what do you do?
When we said last time that it's where it cuts the x-axis.
No, nothing cutting the x-axis. You just solve this now.
Okay.
You just solve this. No, open the bracket.
And you just plug that in.
No, you integrate first, then you plug it in. Many children do that. Huh? They just plug it in. Yeah, so the integral of 1 is x5 upon 5.
First you open up the brackets. And then
Yeah, first you open up. So you simplify.
One bracket.
So unnecessary, extra terms will go. Upper limit minus the lower limit. Right, okay. 8 over 5. Yeah.